Hello everyone. In this video, we'll be starting a new chapter from physics, that is chapter 3, and the name of the chapter is current electricity. Now at first, let us recall what we have learned till class 10 about the electric current. The first topic to discuss is current, and the current is defined as the amount of charge passing per unit time through a cross-section of conductor, and the formula for the current in terms of charge and time is I equals to Q by T, and the SI unit of current is ampere, which is represented by capital A. Now there are two things about the current. The current flows in a particular direction, that is from a higher potential point to a lower potential point. And the second point is the direction of flow of current in a circuit is opposite to the flow of electrons. So normally we define the direction of current in a circuit from positive terminal of the battery to the negative terminal of the battery. But actually the electrons are of negative charge, so they travel from negative electrode of the battery to the positive electrode, so which is against the direction of the flow of current. So the flow of current is from positive to negative, but the electrons, they travel from negative terminal of the battery to the positive terminal. Now the next topic is flow of charge in metals. So under this topic we are going to learn how the charge or the electrons flows from one point of the metal to the another point. We know that every substance is made up of atoms, and especially metals have large number of free electrons. Free electrons means the electrons which are not bound, they are free to move anywhere within the metal, which are in constant motion and collide with one another as well as with atoms or ions which fall in their way. So during the movement of free electrons from one point of the metal to another point, they suffer a large number of collisions with one another and also with atoms and ions. These collisions of electrons with one another, with the atoms and or ions, are the cause of resistance. Its velocity is very small, and this velocity is called drift velocity. So within the metal, there are static atoms or ions, which is represented by this white color. And if we consider a free electron, so here there is only one free electron represented by red color, and as these free electrons move from point A to B, it has to undergo a number of collisions with other static atoms or ions, and due to this collision, the velocity of this free electron will be very small. So here we came to know is that the path traveled by this free electron from the point A to B is not a straight path. Now the next topic is Ohm's law. So this topic is very simple and easy, as you have already learned in class 10. So first let me define Ohm's law. Ohm's law is defined as temperature and other physical conditions remaining same. The current flowing through the conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference across the two ends of conductor. So according to this Ohm's law, if the potential difference across the two ends of conductor increases, then the current will also increase. The mathematical expression of Ohm's law is V equals to IR, which is very much familiar equation. So in this case, R is the resistance and the SI unit of resistance is ohm. Now we define resistance. Resistance is the property of a conductor which opposes the flow of electric current. And the resistance of a conductor depends on the nature of the material, length, and cross-sectional area of the conductor. It also depends on the temperature of the conductor. Resistance is directly proportional to the length of the conductor and inversely proportional to the cross-sectional area. So if the length of the conductor increases, then the resistance will also increase, and if the cross-sectional area increases, but the resistance will decrease. Combining the two, we can write R proportional to L by A. Now we replace this proportionality symbol by equals to sign and we put a constant so that R equals to rho into L by A. So this rho is called the resistivity. Now we define resistivity as the electrical resistance of a conductor of unit cross-sectional area and unit length, which means if the length of the conductor is unity and the cross-sectional area is also unity, so 1 by 1 is 1. In that case, the resistivity will be equal to the resistance of the conductor. And the SI unit of resistivity is ohm meter. The next topic is current density. Now first let me define current density as electric current per unit area of cross section. So from the definition of current density represented by J equals to current divided by area of cross section. So J equals to I by A. And the SI unit of current density is ampere per meter square. Now we write the relation between current density J, electrical conductivity represented by sigma, and electric field E. The relation between them is given by J equals to sigma E. And this electrical conductivity is defined as the ratio of the current density to the electric field it creates. And the SI unit of conductivity is mho per meter.